Good morning and welcome back to another episode of Workout with a Trooper. My name is Jerry O'Malley. I'm the fitness coordinator here at the Mass State Police Academy in New Braintree. To my right, Trooper Brandon Floyd, and to my left, Trooper Michael Wilhite, both of the Health and Fitness Unit, and they're going to be helping me this morning for these workouts. So prior to participating today, I'd like two things to happen. One, make sure that you have permission from either mom and dad or your guardian. And secondly, if you have any underlying medical conditions that would preclude you from participating. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start with our warm-up. Okay, we're gonna start by walking in place, hands out by your side, palms facing downward, fingers extended and joined. Let's start with some arm circles forward, nice and tight. So this is our warm-up. The reason for this is we want to increase body temperature prior to exercise, also getting blood flow to all the muscles involved in the exercises. So we'll go ahead and reverse direction of those arm circles, backwards. Good, warming up those shoulders, getting that blood flowing, getting that heart rate up ever so slightly at this point. And from here, we will segue into side straddle hops, which at home you may know as jumping jacks. Simply stepping off to your left and right, arms overhead, palms facing forward, fingers extended and joined. And from here, we'll segue into high knees. So high knees, getting those knees up as high as possible, running in place basically, but just getting those knees up as high as you can. Okay, we'll go back to walking in place, arms out to your side, palms facing downward, fingers extended and joined, arm circles forward. And reverse direction with your arm circles. Very important part of the workout is the warm-up, making sure you raise the body temperature, getting blood flow to all the muscles that will be involved throughout the workout. Okay, now we'll segue into side straddle hops. Stepping off with your left or right foot, palms facing forward, fingers extended and joined overhead, right back to the start position, feet together, hands by your side. And next we are going to segue right into high knees, getting those knees up as high as possible, like you're running in place, although you're getting those knees up nice and high. And we'll do this for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right, that concludes our warm-up. Let's get right into it. For this workout, we have a task priority workout. So we have 3 exercises, and what we'd like you to do is grab an odd object in the home, preferably something that's not breakable or that's not too heavy. For today's odd object, the troopers are going to be utilizing med balls. But at home, you can use a pillow, you can use a water bottle, you can use a sneaker, something to that effect, and you'll utilize that odd object throughout the entire workout. So the way this works is you have 3 exercises. You're going to utilize the odd object in each one with a rep range of 10 reps. And we're going to go over the points of performance of each exercise now. So Trooper Wilhite will first demonstrate the burpee over the odd object. So positioning yourself to one side of the object. Now at home, again, it doesn't have to be a ball. It can be. It doesn't have to be. It can be a pillow. It can be a water bottle. Again, something preferably that's not going to break in your home. Make sure you have permission from your parents. You don't need an odd object. You can pretend there's an object there and pretend you're jumping over it. So the odd object, burpee over the odd object, we're going to start on one side. We're going to laterally jump with 2 feet onto the other side of that object. And you're going to get your chest all the way to the floor, back to your feet, and you're going to jump back over the odd object. Chest to the floor, back to your feet, and simply jump over that odd object. So we'll do 10 reps of that exercise. The second exercise Trooper Floyd will demonstrate is going to be the V-sit with rotation. So you'll grab that odd object, whether it's a sneaker, a pillow, a water bottle, or it could be a ball. And you're going to rotate your entire torso down to one side and then back over to the other side. Each time you touch left and right, that's 1 rep. So left and right, that's 1 rep. If you can maintain your heels up off the floor, try to do so throughout the 10 reps. The last exercise Trooper Wilhite will demonstrate is the odd object thruster. So positioning the odd object, again, pillow, ball, tennis ball, water bottle, something that's not going to break, or something you may not have. You don't need an odd object in this workout. So we're going to begin by squatting, initiating the squat with our hips back, heels always in the ground, coming back to full hip extension by pushing those knees all the way back, and then simply pressing that odd object all the way up overhead. Bringing it back down to about the chin position, then squatting back down, and then full hip extension, pressing that odd object overhead. So that's it. Task priority. We've given you the task. The faster you complete it, your score serves as your time elapsed. All right, we ready? All right, let's get after it. Okay, the first exercise of 10 reps are going to be lateral jump over the odd object. So we're going to begin with our chest all the way to the ground, back to our feet, and laterally jumping over that odd object, repeating on the other side for 10 reps. So we'll get a clock going for an elapsed time. We have 5 rounds, 10 reps of each exercise. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. Chest all the way to the ground, back to your feet, lateral jump over that odd object. Good, 2 reps. You want to complete 3, 10 total. Good, and 4. Chest all the way to the ground, back to your feet for 5, 6, chest all the way to the ground, back to your feet, 7, 8, 9, chest all the way to the ground, 1 more jump over for 10. Now we're going to do our isometric V-sit with rotation. Try and keep those heels up off the ground if you can. You're going to touch left, right for 1, left, right for 2, left, right for 3, left, right for 4, left, right for 5. Try to maintain or get good rotation up top until you get to 10, keeping those heels up off the ground the entire time. All right, back to your feet, odd object thruster. So keeping that odd object under your chin, squatting down, then pressing that odd object overhead, fully extending those arms at the top. Good. Maintaining the points of performance of an air squat. Hips back and down, knees out over your toes, heels back on the floor, stay off the top of your toes. Okay, that completes round 1. So shake it out at home. Don't feel like you need to keep up with the pace of the troopers, but we're gonna go ahead and segue into round 2. The first exercise being burpees over the odd object, chest all the way to the ground, back to your feet with a lateral jump over, that's 2. That's 3, chest all the way to the ground, back to your feet, over the odd object, 4, 5, chest all the way to the deck, back to your feet, lateral jump over, 6, 7, chest to the ground, back to your feet over 8, chest to the deck, back to your feet, over the odd object, 9, 1 more, chest all the way to the ground, back to your feet, over the odd object, good. Second exercise here, isometric V-sit. Sitting with your feet up off the deck, rotating that torso. Left, right is 1 rep. You want to get to 10. Good rotation up top while maintaining that heel position up off the floor. Go, we get to round 10, shake it out a little bit. Next exercise is the odd object thruster. So begin with that odd object under your chin. You're going to squat down, get to full hip extension by pushing those knees back, pressing that object all the way up overhead, fully extending those arms. If you don't have an odd object, that's fine. You can simply just go through the range of motion. Good. All right, shake it out. Shake it out. That's the end of round 2. End of round 2. Round 3, we're going to begin with 10 burpees. Start with getting your chest all the way to the floor, back to your feet. Laterally jumping over that odd object. That's 2. Chest to the deck, back to your feet, over the odd object for 3. 4. Chest to the deck, back to your feet, over the odd object for 5. Chest to the deck, back to your feet, over for 6. Chest to the deck, back to your feet, over for 7. 3 more. Chest to the deck, back to your feet, over for 8. 2 more. Chest to the deck, back to your feet, over for 9. Chest to the deck, back to your feet, over for 10. All right, shake it out, shake it out. Next exercise is going to be the V-sit. Isometric V-sit with rotation. Make sure while we're rotating our entire torso, touching that odd object on both sides. Once you hit left, right, that's 1 rep. We're looking for a total of 10. Total of 10. Good. And if you don't have an object, you can simply touch both left and right hands on both sides. Okay, odd object thruster, holding that object underneath your chin, squatting down, initiated with your hips back, heels in the deck, getting the full hip extension by pushing those knees all the way back and pressing that object up overhead, getting your head through. There you go, good. 10 reps. Good. So that finishes round 3. We got 2 rounds to go. Shake it out at home. Remember, don't try and keep up with the troopers that you see on the screen. Try and get this workout done at your own cadence, at your own pace, depending upon your fitness capacity or your fitness level. You may do it faster, you may not. All right, 10 reps of burpees, chest all the way to the deck. Lateral jump over that odd object. For 3, chest all the way to the ground, back to your feet. Lateral jump over the odd object. Good, keep working. Chest all the way to the ground, back to your feet, over that odd object. Good, keep working. Good, way to work. All right, next exercise is the isometric V-sit with rotation. Picking up that odd object at your own cadence. Again, if you need to take a little more time prior to going in or segueing into this exercise, go ahead and do so. Good rotation up top, touching left and right for 1 rep. If you can, try and keep those heels up off the ground. If not, go ahead and place them down for a scale version. Good, left and right, be 1 rep. All right, onto your feet, picking up that odd object for 10 odd object thrusters. Hips back and down, knees out over your toes, heels flat in the ground, pressing that odd object overhead, getting your head through. Good. 10 reps, 10 reps. Way to work. Stay with it. All right, so shake it out before we start the last round. Shake it out. All right, 10 reps. Burpee over odd object, chest to the floor, lateral jump over that odd object. Again, chest to the floor, back to your feet, jumping over that odd object. Good, total of 10 reps, stay with it. Good, keep working, keep working. Again, the troopers are in round 5, but if you find yourself in round 3 at home, that's perfectly fine. Just stay with your own pace and try to get the 10 reps of each exercise in each round. And you finish when you finish all 5 rounds of 10 reps of all 3 exercises. All right, second exercise here for 10 reps is the isometric V-sit with rotation. Rotating that torso entirely up top. Left and right equals 1 rep, keeping those heels up off the ground at all times if you can. If you need to scale it, simply put your heels down on the ground. Once you hit 10 reps, onto your feet. We have 10 odd object thrusters with your hips back and down, knees out over your toes, keeping your feet or your heels in the ground, staying off your toes, pressing that odd object overhead, fully extending those arms. Nice job. All right, so we had an elapsed time of 8 minutes and 35 seconds for the troopers. For you at home, continue to march, try to get the 10 reps of the 3 exercises, and when you finish, your time will serve as your score. Hopefully you had a great workout today and you developed a good sweat. Great job. Thanks again for joining us today for this episode of Workout with a Trooper. We hope to see you again in the future. Remember, stay active, stay fit, and stay healthy.